What's up, everyone? Welcome to Cracka Season 3, Episode 6. No intro again. Like I said, it's been kind of messing with me lately. Might have to make a new one because it's just not uploading. Can I tell you? My jaw is completely healed now. I am a fast healer. I am the Wolverine. Got a huge hole today. But I'm pretty pissed off about it. Which I'll get into. But before I get into all that stuff, I want to thank 2 new subscribers. I don't know how to pronounce their names, so I'm just going to spell it. GDJROD. Good J-Rod, I guess. Thanks for subscribing. And JCSEIJI. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Very cool. Mongo Stomptime07's having a contest, so check out his stuff. Huge haul that he's giving away. Very cool. I'm making my video shortly. Some other interesting things. I've decided, because a lot of people did like my Cracker Crumbs, even though they're updates. I figured from now on, whenever I make a live show, that'll be Cracker Crumbs. So it kind of brings it back a little bit. Alrighty, now show you my extremely huge haul and why I'm a little bit pissed, just a little bit. Midtown. No, yeah, I ordered a package from them. Obviously, and large package, so it was over $70 something. So they had free shipping, which is good, because I know Cali Collectibles knows about it. Whenever you get like 1 or 2 issues, they give you that crappy little envelope thing, and you know. So my first shipment I was supposed to get yesterday, which was the new comics from Wednesday. Didn't receive it. Couldn't figure out why. So I started checking out the tracking. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Usually it's here by Friday, the latest Friday. I look at the tracking on the post office. It claims it went to the the one town over from me, because I live on Long Island. Went to that post office for some reason. That post office sent it to New Jersey, which I don't live in New Jersey. I live in New York, on Long Island. Then that post office sent it to Texas. So I guess R. Dowdy 95 is taking my stuff. Damn it, Legend. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, why is it going further away from me? And so that was one thing. So I didn't get that package yet. So who knows when that's going to show up. So I was pissed about that. I'm like, alright, didn't get my new books. Alright. The other package was a whole thing of back issues, especially one of the newer back issues. Ordered one thing. What did they do? They sent most of them in one big box, which was cool. And then they sent 2 others. They picked 2. That's Batman number 18 and one of the Web of Spider-Mans I'm going to show you. And sent it in that crappy little envelope for some reason. Why they broke it up and just sent 2 in a one envelope, I have no idea. But then, of course, they charged my card for the separate shipping. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So now I paid for this. So I'm like, alright, what are you gonna do? I'm like, okay, I'll let it go. I open up the little cardboard thing. I should have done an unboxing, but Batman number 18. You really can't see it in here, but this whole side was folded over. And I've unfolded it, and I've stuck it under like heavy objects to try to flatten it out, which it did work pretty good. But I went ahead and had to go get another issue of it. I'm like, what the hell with it? I was like, this is BS. So I made the folded one a reading copy. And the same thing with Web of Spider-Man number 16. You can see it on this one, actually. You can kind of see the, maybe it won't. But there's a huge fold line that goes all the way. Oh, I'm sorry. This way. Oh, wait. This way. All the way across. Huge fold line. So I was like, you know what? Normally I let things go, but I was pissed off in general. So I sent them a message. I was like, you know what? I try to get back on them. I'm like, hey, you know what? They're getting better, you know. And it's tough because they give you good deals, and then they screw up like this. It's like, oh, Midtown. So I sent them a thing. You try to do their live comment things, but those things are never live. They're offline all the time. So I sent one message saying I'd like to know where the hell my package is and why it's going further and further away from New York when I live in New York. So why that? So then I was like, that's probably not your problem. That's probably the post office. So I'm not going to blame you guys for that one. I was like, my real complaint is that I ordered all this stuff. I was like, and then you separated 2 issues for some strange reason and put it into a cardboard box, and they wound up getting completely bent. And then, of course, charging me for the shipping. Didn't get an answer right away. I was waiting and waiting. I'm like, all right, this is a little, this is crazy. Wound up getting a small little answer saying that next week they're giving there's a sale for 40% off certain issues, and I should enjoy that. And I'm like, really? And they said that they're going to get back to me soon with a more complete answer. So basically, they sent me an advertisement for next week's deal. Anyway, show you what this giant hole. Batman 18, obviously. Wasn't a bad book. It was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It's Batman basically snapping over the death of Damian Wayne. And he hasn't slept for 5 days, and he's kind of running on empty. And this girl, Harper, who you've seen in like earlier issues of Batman, basically saves his ass. He's basically up against this one guy who's got like these mutated dogs. And Batman's been, like I said, 5 days straight, just constantly going out. And she even said you see him during the daytime, constantly fighting. So he's doing it all day long. So she steps in and electrocutes this guy. And he gets all pissed off and winds up breaking her nose by throwing her through a wall. Good way to say thank you. But it's pretty cool. But it's funny because they show you the first half of the book, which is explaining her kind of a backstory kind of thing. And then when you get towards the end, it switches artists, I guess, because the art completely changes. But it's a cool cover. It's a cool book. I'm pissed it was bent. I did go out and get another one which I already packed away. But that pisses me off that I had to do that in the first place. But anyway, moving on. I'm going to show you my Amazing Spider-Man haul that I got. I did go a little overboard, a little bit, because I'm trying to save money, but I'm like, it's a good deal. Anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 273. 286. 391. Which this is another one I'm kind of pissed off at because I'm pissed off a lot today, actually. My Amazing Spider-Man collection, like I keep looking at it, I'm like, I just don't seem to be making any kind of a dent. But then my friend was telling me, he's like, look at like small victories. He's like, what Amazing Spider-Man is like, especially the way you're trying to collect it. He's like, you're trying to get from number 1 to number 700 and all the annuals. He's like, and then of course Amazing Fantasy number 15. He's like, so good luck with that. But he's like, you gotta look at the small victory. He's like, how many things you've filled in Amazing Spider-Man, like certain things. I was looking, I was like, oh yeah, I did fill out, from 298 all the way through 400, so I have all those. I'm like, all right. But I had ordered, like I needed number 391, which I got, and I needed, I think, like, actually, let me check. I got them all written down. This is another reason why I was pissed. Yeah, I needed 393 and 394 and 398 and 399, which I ordered all of them with this one. And I'm like, all right, I completed all the 300s. 298 to 300, I'm completely done. Well, 400, I mean, I'm done. Ordered them all, and of course, another thing with Midtown, they had them, good price. I'm like, they're fine, they're very fine, that's awesome. Ordered them, paid for them, and of course, I get a notice saying they no longer have them. So I only got this one into the 300s that I needed. I'm like, Midtown! Yeah, so they're on my shit list again. They're really pissing me off. Unless they make it right somehow, which they freaking better, because I'm getting a little agitated. Anyway, it's Amazing Spider-Man number 494, or Volume 2, number 53. This is number 496, or number 55, if you go by Volume 2. Love that cover. This is another one I had ordered months and months ago, and of course it was always sold out, and then I finally got it. Pain in the ass. Amazing Spider-Man number 505. Number 510. And I'd really be pissed if these weren't such good prices. They really were really cheap, so I was like, alright. Number 511, which they claim is near mint, which they're completely full of shit. I looked at these near mint ones that they claim, and they're not near mint. After reading that price guide book, where it shows you and really kind of defines how to grade stuff, I've gotten better, thank God. And I'm looking at these things, and now it's like a computer. I'm like, that's not near mint. It's got a defect right here. I was like, that's probably very fine plus. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 513, which they claim is near mint, which it is not. Number 516. Number 517 is another one they claim is near mint, which it is not. It's actually got some spine wear. I think I've actually gotten harsher on grading things now that I've really looked at it. But yeah, what can I tell you? Number 520, love that cover. So that was really cool. Number 535, Civil War. Number 541, Back in Black. Number 544, which is still only $3.99. Oh boy. Yeah, even back then. Number 549. This one's a pretty cool cover too. Number 555, Wolverine. Number 559 with Power Girl. Kidding. Speed Racer. I don't know who that is actually. This, I actually thought this was an awesome looking cover. This is number 560, which they claim is near mint. I haven't really looked at this one yet, so I'm not really sure. And this is a freaky cover, number 561. Another one they claim is near mint. Number 562. 564. This one was interesting when I finally looked at it. I'm like, oh my god, he's in pieces. 565. Spider-Man got iced and broken into pieces. 567, which I believe that's Craven's daughter. Could be wrong, but it just looks like it. 574. And last but not least, with Amazing Spider-Man, number 575, which they claim is near mint as well. Have to wait and see. So yeah, that's the Amazing Spider-Man haul that I got. And like I said, my friend's like, oh, look for small victories. Well, I can't claim a small victory because I don't have all the 300 yet. I just need the last couple issues of 300, and then I would have 298 to 400 complete, which is cool. I think I'm missing, actually, like I said, I'm missing a lot Amazing Spider-Man. Like I'm trying to put a dent, and every time it looks like I am putting a dent, I look at it and I'm like, wow, I got like no, I keep thinking I have a lot of the 200 issues, but I don't. I only have like 4 issues of 200. Wow, I have like number 200 and 205, 239, yeah, so I have a couple, but not as many as I thought I did. Yeah, I need a lot in the 400s, I need a lot in the 200s, I need a shitload in the 100s, and of course, below the 100s. But I am catching up on the 500s, so I'm trying to get all those, and then if I get all the 600s, it'd be a nice little victory. But the 600 ones are still really expensive. I'm like, wow, man. But anyway, show you something that I'm almost done with, which I'm happy, which I didn't think I had as many as I did, which is pretty cool. And I watched Coast and Bromstar's video, and I was like, oh, that's cool, man. I was like, I'm trying to, you know, he's got his whole run, trying to get my whole run, which is Web of Spider-Man. I do have so many of them now. I only need 53 more to go, and then I'm complete with all the annuals and all Volume 1 and stuff like that, but we'll show what I got. And again, with Web of Spider-Man, you can pick up the old ones dirt cheap in good shape, so that's why I was like, alright, you know. Web of Spider-Man number 14. This is the one that got bent like a mother. Number 16. 17. 23. 24. 25. Yeah, 25. 39. This is a crazy cover. 52. The Chameleon. Number 60 with Goliath. 65. 67. And this is another reason I was pissed at Midtown, of course. I have this copy already, but they had one, it was dirt cheap, it was never opened, it's supposed to come with the poster, the card, stuff like that. Web of Spider-Man number 90, but of course they send me the one that's opened. They didn't send me the unopened polybag one that had the poster and the cards, stuff like that. So again, Midtown! Ugh. Freaking bastards. This one is a little better shape than my one, so alright, whatever, but I'm still pissed that I had ordered the polybag one. Of course I get the other one. Number 101. 107. Sandman. 108. Number 125. And the only reason I got this in very good condition is normally I try to get fine or very fine, is because I got the hollow disc one in fine, which is interesting. Very cool. So hollow disc, regular. Read, don't touch. Web of Spider-Man Annual #1. And these I didn't even know about, so Coast and Bromstar, appreciate it, man, for you doing your video. This is Web of Spider-Man went to 129, and then later on they made a 129.1 and a 129.2, which was continuing it, which I had no idea about. So, yeah, I would have got everything and then not even gotten those 2 issues, and I'd be like, oh, I'm done. No, you're not. What? So, Coast and Bromstar, you're the man. So that's my entire haul that I got, which is pretty cool, but it does piss me off on a few things, like I've stated. I'm not going to get back into it because I'm going to flip out and wind up going down to Midtown and be like, you guys suck. You give great deals, but you suck at packing, and you suck at shipping, and you suck at, getting stuff right. But anyway, if you like what we see, please hit the like button. If you like what we see, subscribe, comment away, question away, go nuts. I am trying to catch up on everyone's videos, but there's so many now. Like, it just, everybody's, which is cool, no offense, but everyone's just pumping them out, and I'm like, oh my god. Thank God for the watch list now. I have like over 40-something videos I have yet to watch, because I've just been putting them on the watch list. I'm like, alright, I'll watch this one. Get through a couple, and then the next day I'm like, alright, I can finally knock a few out. I go to look at the art, and there's a whole new set. So I'm like, oh god. I'm trying, people. I'm trying to comment more too, because that's my flaw. I don't comment as much, so I'm trying to comment on everyone's videos that I see. But anyway, not a sizing man cave that matters. It's what you have in it, and what I have in it is a hell of a lot of Spideys, and I'm almost done with the Web of Spider-Man. That'll be glorious. That'll be a nice little victory, and then I'll focus my attentions a lot on Amazing, which like I said, I'm trying, but it almost feels like a losing battle. I'm sitting there and like every time I knock out like friggin' 30 or 40 books, I'm like, oh man, I'm nowhere near. But you know what? Gotta look on the positive. Anyway, later.